There's been a massive shakeup in the world of DC. James Gunn's Superman just had its first official review accidentally leaked online. And let's just say Warner Brothers was not ready for what hit them. It started with the Daily Beast. They dropped an article early, way before the review embargo lifted. And in that article, they called the movie
I'm doing this video the day before Superman releases tomorrow on the 11th. Today is the 10th. Quick perspective. A lot of Snyder fans aren't really a big fan of this new Superman from all the couple reviews I've seen. It's really a mixed emotion. You got the people that love it, you got the Snyder gang that, wish Snyder did it, and then you got the average viewers that just, can't wait to see it though.
Superficial, silly,
I still
and
ain't
even
seen it.
labeled it the final
I
nail
don't
in
get
the
no
coffin
special
for superhero
privileges.
films. Not exactly what you want to hear about the film that's supposed to launch your entire cinematic universe. But what happened next? Even crazier. Within minutes, the article vanished. Deleted, scrubbed from their site like it never existed. Sources say Warner Bros. Panicked. PR went into overdrive, emails were sent, phones were ringing. The kind of corporate cleanup you only see when something leaks that what...
Overall, it's a lot of mixed emotions about this new Superman movie. I've seen a lot of Man of Steel comparisons, and they saying the CGI on here wasn't too bad. A lot of kid-friendly, happy moments and stuff like that. But I have to see it for myself. I just got done watching Thunderbolts yesterday, and I can say I honestly enjoyed that movie. It was pretty good. Can't wait to see Fantastic Four dropping later on this month as well.
Wasn't supposed to, but the damage was done because other outlets picked up on it. World of Real confirmed it wasn't a fake and even more brutal. Other trade insiders started quietly backing it up. Multiple journalists who attended private screenings said the film is overstuffed, emotionally hollow, and visually chaotic.
Oh, that's what I meant to say. Okay, from watching all these reviews, one of the common topics that were being brought up from all the big reviewers and stuff, they said the movie was too clumped together. There's a lot of just a lot of stuff going on, like as far as like there was one scene and then there's another scene. Like it was a bit rushed, I can say. The writing wasn't too good. As far as like, I'm not saying the whole movie writing was bad, but like the movie felt kind of rushed. There's too much going on all at once.
And then Comic Book Movie added fuel to the fire, calling it a Saturday morning cartoon pretending to be meaningful. This isn't just one bad take. This is a pattern forming. And what's really wild, a critic from Variety even compared Superman to Amazon's action comedy Heads of State and said Heads of State was better. Imagine that, a $15 million buddy cop throwaway outshining your $200 million DCU reboot. It's early, and we know early reviews don't always match.
That's crazy. Comparing it to Head of State is crazy. I think I've seen like 15 seconds of Head of State. I gotta finish that. Yeah.
Fan reaction. But this is different, because when a review hits the internet, gets deleted, and still leaves a crater behind, people are gonna start paying attention. And this might just be the beginning. So what exactly are...
One more thing. What's up with everyone wanting the Snyder guy back so bad? Don't get me wrong, like that Justice League Snyderverse stuff, the 4-hour movie, I really enjoyed it over the other one, which was like an hour, 2 hours. But I don't know, everyone wants this movie to flop so bad so they could bring back Snyder.
Critics saying is wrong with Superman. Let's break it down, because this isn't just a case of one bad performance or a weak villain. This is about the entire structure of the movie. The biggest complaint?
But I heard Corn Sweat and Lex Luthor's character, they were pretty good. I've heard mixed emotions about Clark Kent's parents and stuff. Some people say the connection was good, and others say they had no connection between not Clark and the parents, but the parents themselves didn't have any connection.
It's overstuffed. And not in the fun No Way Home way, where you get 3 Spider-Men and it all somehow clicks. No Superman 2025 is being slammed for trying to do way too much, way too soon. You've got Superman, Lois Lane, Lex Luthor, then add in Supergirl, Maxwell Lord, Metamorpho, Hawkgirl, Green Lantern, even Mr. Terrific, all packed into one movie that's supposed to be about Clark Kent figuring out who he is. But instead of a clear emotional arc, what we're getting according to early reviews is a chaotic parade of cameos, setups, and look who's in the DCU now moments. And because it's trying so hard to world build, the story reportedly suffers badly. Critics say the film barely gives Clark room to breathe. There's no intimacy, no real personal stakes. It's like watching a season of television on fast-forward cool characters flash by, but no one lands.
That's what I meant by a lot of the scenes are rushed or clumped together and there's too much going on. Other people said they enjoyed it, but like from watching multiple reviews, that's one of the common topics is like there's, for example, the scene where someone throws something at his head. They said like that scene was rushed. Like 1 minute everyone loves Superman, Clark Kent. Something happens. Spoiler, by the way. Something happens around the world. Now everyone hates Clark and it just happened so quick. You didn't get a chance to like process it. And that's one of the reasons why they said the movie's kind of rushed. I'll have to see for myself.
And that's especially dangerous for Superman, because he's not like Deadpool. He's not quippy or edgy or chaotic. He's emotional, grounded, hopeful. And when you bury that under 8 side characters and a dozen subplots, he disappears. The very heart of the movie gets lost. Think about Man of Steel. Love it or hate it, that movie was focused.
Another thing, they said, mixed emotions and mixed reviews. I don't care. I have to see it for myself. I don't even care about spoilers that much. Don't over spoil it, but like I like to watch stuff for myself, get my own perspective and view. But one of the funny reviews that I won't forget, I was just watching this guy, I forgot his name, but he was like, Mr. Terrific was the token black guy of the Superman movie, and like the way he came off was kind of like he reminded him of the black guy from Not Another Teen movie. I guess, however, Mr. Terrific sounds is like that's what every time he talked, he reminded him of him. I don't know. I'd have to see.
One man, one journey, one threat. Now compare that to what we're hearing about this one. It's trying to launch the entire DCU in a single film. And in doing...
Y'all know how movies be. They gotta have multicultural people. They always gotta add the black African American person in there somewhere. One thing I can say, they stopped killing black people in movies so quick now, right? I don't know.
So, it may have forgotten what made Superman special in the first place. One of the most surprising things about these early Superman reviews, it's not just the story, it's the tone. Critics aren't calling it dark. They're not calling it gritty. They're calling it silly. Words like cartoonish, over the top.
Yeah, I keep pausing and I'm sorry, but this is a reaction and a review. They said this new Superman movie, damn, my shit loose as hell. Loose shirt ass, boy. But they said this new Superman movie is more comic-ish. It's like very comic-ish.
And emotionally weightless keep popping up. And that's raising serious questions about James Gunn's direction. Now, don't get it twisted. Gunn knows how to mix comedy with heart. He pulled it off with Guardians of the Galaxy. Even Peacemaker, with all its chaos, had emotional depth. But with Superman, the balance might be off. One critic said it felt like a Saturday morning cartoon pretending to be important. Another described it as post-Marvel fluff with none of the edge. And that's dangerous because this was supposed to be the serious reset, the foundation, the tone setter for everything coming after. Think about that for a second. This isn't a filler project. This isn't a sideshow. This is Superman, the centerpiece of the new DC universe. So if the tone feels off here, what does that say about what's coming? Early viewers are saying the film jumps wildly between scenes. One moment, it's trying to be heartfelt and sincere. The next, it's cracking jokes and throwing in awkward visual gags. And because of that tonal whiplash, nothing sticks. Not the emotions, not the action, not even the message. It's like the film can't decide what it wants to be, a grounded Superman reboot or a cosmic crossover comedy.
Can't wait to see this CGI.
And in trying to do both, it ends up doing neither. And if this is the film meant to inspire confidence in the DCU's future, they might have just made the most unserious, serious movie in the genre. Here's where things really start to hurt. Because even if the movie was a little messy, fans could forgive that. If it nailed Superman himself, but according to early reviews, it doesn't. Multiple critics are calling David Corenswet's Superman flat. Not bad, not offensive, just there. And that's arguably worse. Because this isn't just another character, this is Superman. The symbol, the anchor, the heart of the entire universe. If he doesn't land, nothing else does. One now deleted review said it best. This Superman isn't inspiring. He's just a guy in a cape who means well. Ouch. Compare that to what made past versions iconic. Christopher Reeve had charm and warmth. Henry Cavill brought intense...
I'm not gonna lie. I haven't seen this Superman yet, but y'all already know. Man of Steel, Henry Cavill.
and mythic...
But I don't know. He could change my mind.
You can now check out our
Like, I like the trailer. I don't know why a lot of people don't like this, but you know, probably because Schneider didn't direct it.
Wait, even Tyler Hoechlin on television is praised for capturing the heart of Clark Kent. But Corenswet, so far, reactions are mixed at best.
Yes.
Some say he looks the part but lacks presence. Others blame the script, saying he's buried under too much noise to actually be Superman. And the bigger issue? The movie doesn't seem interested in showing us why he matters. There's no moment, at least from these early reactions, where Superman inspires. No scene where he stands for something that makes the audience feel like this is their hero. Instead, critics say he's just moving through plot points.
Another review, they said that scene when he's saving a little girl, very stupid. Hey, I'm just a messenger. They say it was just so out of place. Like, when you watch the movie, you'll be like, why is this little girl here? Like, it's just like they say, it's just a lot going on for no reason.
No moment, at least from these early reactions, where Superman inspires. No scene where he stands for something that makes the audience feel like this is their hero. Instead, critics say he's just moving through plot points, doing superhero things, punching bad guys, smiling here and there, but never owning the screen. And that's a problem, because if this is the Superman we're launching a new universe with, a soft-spoken, underwritten, barely developed version of the most important hero in comic book history, then we might be heading into the DCU without a compass. Here's where things really start to hurt, because even if the movie was a little messy, fans could forgive that. If it nailed Superman himself, but according to early reviews, it doesn't. Multiple critics are calling David Corenswet's Superman flat. Not bad, not offensive, just there. And that's arguably worse. Because this isn't just another character, this is Superman. The symbol, the anchor, the heart of the entire universe. If he doesn't land, nothing else does. One now deleted review said it best. This Superman isn't inspiring. He's just a guy in a cape who means well. Ouch. Compare that to what made past versions iconic. Christopher Reeve had charm and warmth. Henry Cavill brought intensity and mythic weight. Even Tyler Hoechlin on television is praised for capturing the heart of Clark Kent. But Corenswet, so far, reactions are mixed at best. Some say he looks the part but lacks presence. Others blame the script, saying he's buried under too much noise to actually be Superman. And the bigger issue? The movie doesn't seem interested in showing us why he matters. There's no moment, at least from these early reactions, where Superman inspires. No scene where he stands for something that makes the audience feel like this is their hero. Instead, critics say he's just moving through plot points, doing superhero things, punching bad guys, smiling here and there, but never owning the screen. And that's a problem, because if this is the Superman we're launching a new universe with, a soft-spoken, underwritten, barely developed version of the most important hero in comic book history, then we might be heading into the DCU without a compass. So here we are. The first reactions to James Gunn's Superman are in, and they're not what fans expected. Not terrible, not incredible, just confusing. A movie caught between tones, a Superman caught between legacies, and a universe caught between hope and hesitation. This was supposed to be the film that silenced the doubts. That proved DC could rise from the ashes. That gave us a Superman for a new generation. One that stood tall, inspired hearts, and led the charge into the future. But if the most iconic superhero of all time doesn't even feel iconic, then what are we even building? Because here's the brutal truth. You only get one first impression. And if Superman 2025 isn't the spark that reignites the DCU, it might be the fire that burns it down before it even starts.
Oh, wow. Well, what I can say to that is, we'll have to let this Superman movie age. Let's come back in a year and see the reviews about this Superman, because I think people's perspective can change in a year. Let's let the movie marinate. I haven't even seen it yet, so comment what y'all think when y'all see the movie. Let me know what y'all think. I like Superman personally, you know. And I can't wait for the new Marvel too, but that's another video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, y'all. I appreciate y'all for the support. See y'all on the next one. If y'all want to see more movie reviews, comment down below. And I'm going to catch you on the next one.